All right, we're live. Welcome back to another episode of 10 Horse Money YouTube channel. And I'm looking forward to talking about all kinds of Japanese stuff because one of the biggest, hottest trend in America and around the world has been that Coike.
Coike, yeah.
I think you got a. Are you playing this video?
No.
Because I'm getting a delay.
What is it then? You're getting a really bad delay?
Yeah, I'm getting an echo on my end, like it's whatever I'm saying is coming through again.
What it should be? No, I'm not playing anything.
Okay, maybe close it out and then come back in and see if that fixes it.
Okay. So I just get out.
Yeah, just close it out and then come back in with that link and see if that fixes it. Yeah, we'll have June back in. This is gonna be a good one, guys. He was already talking backstage about some really cool stuff. Okay.
How's the sound?
It sounds great. You know what? It was on my end actually because I've got like so many tabs open, and I had my YouTube channel open, and when we went live, it went live on my YouTube channel. So you're good. That was my fault, rookie mistake. But yeah, June. So thanks for jumping on here. It's always weird because in Japan it is Wednesday morning, right?
Yeah, it's Wednesday morning.
So it's July 1st.
It's July 1st.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So here's June 30th at 8 o'clock in the evening. So you're a day ahead of time.
Yeah, it is.
Do you guys celebrate? You don't celebrate 4th of July. That's just an American thing, right?
Yeah, it's an American thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I always forget about that. Everybody has different holidays and stuff. Do you celebrate? Are there holidays that you celebrate that we also celebrate here in the States?
Like
not Christmas. So Christmas isn't.
Christmas is a big thing over here.
Okay.
And was that Halloween's becoming a big thing over here.
Oh, okay.
I think because you can dress up and all kinds of things like that. They like to celebrate.
Do kids trick or treat, like go knock on doors for treats?
No, they don't do it like that, no.
Okay.
No, I wish they did.
Yeah, it's fun. That was my favorite thing as a kid is just to get as much candy as you can in one night, and then you could eat candy until you're just tired of it.
Yeah, I still remember when I was small, when I was in the States, going around all the houses and grabbing all the candy you can get.
Yeah. So you've been on here a couple times, but there's going to be some new folks on here tonight. You lived in California, is that right, for a while?
When I first moved to the States, I lived in Maryland.
Maryland, okay.
Yeah, and my dad was in the military, so he was stationed all over the place. So, and before we moved to Japan, before we moved back to Japan, I lived in California.
Okay.
That was during junior high school. Yeah.
Okay. And you've been in Japan ever since?
Yeah, I've been in Japan ever since.
Okay.
Yeah, and I never bass fished when I was in the States.
You lived in California with all the. Yeah. That was the time when there was a lot of really good fishing out there too.
I think so. Yeah. I never heard about it.
Huh.
I was, most of the times I was ocean fishing. So, yeah.
How is bass fishing in Japan right now? I mean, is it continuing to get popular? Is it kind of leveled out, or what's the state of fishing there?
I've been in the industry for over 35 years now, and I think the Japanese bass fishing industry is in its lows right now, real low. After COVID, it got really bad, and it's starting to pick up a little bit, I think, but it's not so good over here. Not as good as in the States, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the same similar problem that we've had over here.
Mhm.
COVID was just a big boom because so many more people were going outside and fishing tackle was
Yeah.
going through the roof. Everybody was buying stuff and people were
Mhm.
buying boats and people were
Yeah.
buying more fishing licenses. And then that lasted for a couple of years and then it just
Yeah.
kind of fell off.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but you know, Japanese people are so um if the government says, you know, don't go outside because you're going to get COVID, they do not go outside. You know, they're
Mhm.
really, you know, they really behave themselves, you know. So I think that triggered some kind of, you know, people who are doing bass fishing, they stop quitting. They quit bass fishing. I think there's a lot of people that quit bass fishing. You know, I went fishing 2 days ago, I think, on Monday over here, and there was hardly any boats out there on the water. It's so bad. Yeah.
Are your fuel prices really high too? Like
It's
gasoline?
not because the government's doing some kind of you know, the government's paying actually some money to reduce the price. So I don't think it's so bad. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too bad over here. I
Yeah,
heard
because
it's
our gasoline prices went up, have been going up. They've starting to come down, but
uh,
they kept going up and going up. And there's usually like there's a threshold where once they get above a certain level, a lot of
uh,
people stop doing non-essential things. They have to kind
okay.
of cut back. And so I think that kept a lot of people from being on the lake. And
Yeah,
um,
it
yeah,
should.
it's interesting times.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
I
yeah,
wish it gets better.
right now the heat's so bad. It's
Oh, it
like
is?
yeah, the last couple of days has been like 95 here in Missouri.
Oh,
Um,
geez.
but really high humidity, so the heat
Oh,
index has been like 105 or 110. So right in the middle of the day, it's pretty rough being out
yeah.
there. So I went yesterday and I got to the lake at 2:30 in the afternoon
Mhm.
and I was the only boat in the parking lot, you know.
Yeah.
And then in about an hour and a half later,
Uh-huh.
there was only two other boats on the lake
Okay.
that I saw. So
Jeez.
yeah, which I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I could run around and fish wherever I wanted, but I
Yeah.
was kind of surprised that there was not a few more people out there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, thankfully gas is coming back down. Yeah, you know the states during COVID, it's interesting. There are some actual
Mhm.
states that were more compliant with the government, like California. They kind of buckled down and tightened up restrictions, and they made a lot of rules where there was, they shut down restaurants, they shut down movie theaters. There wasn't
Uh-huh.
much outside dining. But
Uh-huh.
then there are other states like like Texas,
Yeah.
Florida that kind of rebelled a little bit and they allowed a lot more freedom to
Oh, okay.
residents. So it's kind of a mix in the
Yeah.
United States. Some states are, real they do what the government says more. And then other states kind of rebel a little bit and kind of do what not what they want to do, but they use a little more common sense with
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so we were starting to talk about the Coike
Yeah.
uh, backstage, and you were saying that's been around for a lot of years in Japan.
Yeah. More than 15 years, I think. Yeah. When they first came out, they came out with a small size one. And even before that, I know the guy who, you know, owns the company. His name is Yoshida. And I knew him for a long time. So before he started his own brand, we were sitting down. I forgot where it was, but he had some kind of a fuzzy ball that you can buy at toy stores that have those fluorescent kind of skirts on it. it's some kind of pet toy or something like that. And he was holding that in his hand, and he was telling me, "You imagine if we made a soft plastic lure like this?" He was telling me that really long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember that, soon as this, the Coike boom started to blast off in the States, I was actually, talking to him for a long time ago. He was telling me about this, and he actually made it. And you can never, imagine when it's going to blast off like this, 15
So
years after he made it.
so what was his reasoning for making it? Just was he trying to make something that was so different, or did he
Yeah,
think it looked like something?
so different. And at the time, everybody was focusing on the bugs on the surface of the lake. When a bug hits the surface of the lake, it starts to flap his wings on the surface, and it creates kind of that, what do you call it, kind of wavy kind of motion on the surface. And actually a bass does come up and eat it, right? So he wanted to do that with the Coike. So there's a couple of people in the States, a couple of YouTubers talking about it, that it was actually made as a top water.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the correct reason that he first made it. And it started to, people started to use it on a drop shot and things like that,
So what
So
did you think when you saw it for the first time?
I never touched it. I said, "Oh my God." I remember he was talking about it a long time ago. And I said, "Oh my gosh, he really made this, he really made this happen." But, there's a lot of baits out on the market right now, they put the silicone skirts through the baits. That was, we were doing that on a tournaments when I was still, fishing the, top category tournaments over here in Japan. Everybody was doing that, but they were doing it for smallmouth.
Mm.
It was a really effective, technique to do it on, the smallmouth lakes over here. And hardly anybody did it on, largemouth lakes. So I'm pretty, surprised that a lot of people are using it for, largemouth over here in Japan too, right now.
So the first time you saw it, people were still using it for like topwater?
Top water, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That technique over here in Japan is called, in Japanese, it's called tsurushi. And if you translate that to English, I think you can call it the hang rig. And can I explain the whole thing?
Yes, please do.
Yeah. What it is actually, that's when the bait finish reels that you have right now, that's where it actually came from. That's where the bait finish reel actually started, because they wanted to pitch accurately to cover. So that's when the bait finish reels actually came in the Japanese fishing market. And what they actually do is, it started out using a small finesse type of jig, maybe 16th ounce, with a small trailer on there.
Huh.
And what they do is they pitch it to the cover that's out of the water, and they actually hang the rig on the limb like this, and they slowly drop it. When it hits the surface, they start to shake it like this on the surface, and I mean, it catches a lot of fish. You won't believe it. And this rig, I don't think, none of the Japanese guys haven't showed it in the States yet, but we call it, over here in Japan, we call it tsurushi. You got to use the smallest jig you can use.
So that's a 16th ounce jig?
Yeah, it's a 16th ounce jig, and it's a 2-inch, some kind of trailer on there.
Okay.
Yeah, really small.
What size line do you use on that? Can you
We have
use
a
heavy?
we have a leader on here. I think a lot of people use braided line.
Yeah.
and they use a leader on there. This is 12-pound leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what hook would that be? Like maybe a 2/0 hook, you think?
I think it's a 1 or 2, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you flip it over the cover, or flip it over a limb.
Flip it over to a limb, and
Yeah.
you let it go down until it hits the surface, and you start to shake the jig on the surface of the water. So it imitates some kind of a bug or injured bait fish on the surface of the water.
What's that on the front? You got a weight hanging off
Oh,
of
we
that?
have a weight on here, yeah. I have a weight on here.
Huh.
This is one of the jigs that I make. The head's made out of resin. So it's plastic. I wanted to make it light as possible, and I have a eye on the front, on the bottom, where you can attach the sinker to.
Interesting.
Yeah. I made this just for the hang rig, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I have
you can change out the weights on that if
yeah,
you want to?
yes, you can. This is a 1/8 ounce. So it's 3.5 grams on there right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that change the action of the jig? Is that just strictly for,
For
hanging?
hanging and pitching to the cover.
Mhm.
So lighter, it's harder to pitch, right? So if you put more weight on there, it's easier to pitch. But I don't think a lot of people go so heavy. I think 1/8 ounce, 3.5 grams is about the heaviest they go. So
Wow.
that's why you need those bait finish reels.
Yeah.
I think everybody started with their spinning tackle, but they called it power finesse, I think, at the moment. And everybody was starting to realize that, when you pitch a light jig with spinning tackle, you can imagine it's really hard, right? You can't control the bait really good. So everybody was starting to, switch to bait casters, but we didn't have the bait casters to pitch these kind of light rigs. So someone came out with those, bait finish reels.
Yeah, and when you're flipping with a spinning reel, you have to close the bell really
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Or,
Bait caster just
hold it with your hand or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so
the
bait
time,
casters
so the timing is really critical. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
really
can
neat.
call
I like that.
it the hang rig.
The hang rig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hang it over cover, so it's a hang rig.
Yeah, Ottercat says that would be awesome around floating docks.
It's it. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you were talking about if Jonathan was going to be on here or not, and I don't know if he will or not, but there was one time we were fishing a local lake called Duck Creek, and it has a lot of cypress trees.
Okay.
And we had our own tournament going to see who could catch the first fish by throwing our lure over a limb and letting it dangle into the water, just like what you were showing.
Yeah.
And it works actually if you have the patience to hold it there and keep it there, because a lot of times we want to fish pretty fast and cover some water. But if you do throw a bait over, I've caught them on a frog like that too. I've made a bad cast before, and it went up in a kind of a tree limb, trying to skip it underneath the tree, and I got a little high, and then it's hanging over the tree and just kind of bobbing in the water. And I've had bass come up and grab it off the top of the water. So that's neat. What's up, Phil? Yeah, Otter says tell the Mr. High Depth to speed up production.
Yeah.
They're hard to get here. Everybody's making them now. There's so many companies that are making the urchin baits now.
I gotta tell you, you will not see a single Coike in Japan.
Really?
They're all going to the States.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people got on a trend, and the regular people started buying those from the stores, and I think they're putting on all the ones that they buy on eBay. So that's why the prices are getting so high. I couldn't even buy one. So terrible.
No, they're going for. I've seen them going for $150.
Yeah, I heard. The last the BSS Elite tournament that Jason Christie won.
Yeah,
I think Polnick was talking about it, and he bought a couple from California that cost him for one bait $200.
jeez,
Jesus Christ,
it's crazy.
Yeah. This one I bought a long time ago. It's the 17 millimeter.
Uh-huh.
And it even says in Japanese, one person, one. You only can buy one.
Oh, it's a one limit, limited to one.
Yeah, one limit. Yeah. It's about what? In Japanese yen, 1,400 yen. So in dollars right now, it'll be around what? $10?
Oh,
that's the regular price.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
not $200.
Not $200.
Yeah. So when that first started out, it was the smaller ones, like you said.
Yeah, it was a real small one. Yeah,
Mm.
It was a real small one. Like
Yeah.
a small jig. Yeah, it was really small.
Here's a pretty good one that I've got. It's called Hawgz
Prickly
Pear.
Pear. Yeah,
it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
This is a 19 millimeter, and
Yeah.
it's it's bigger. So even though they say 19 millimeter, I think that's just the size of the ball. The legs can be really, really big. And like
you go on the Chinese what was it called, that Aviva Express or Temu or something. You go on there and there's a lot of copies right now.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's making them for sure. Yeah. But they're not all the same. I bought a couple different ones.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are they're made out of different plastic, like softer plastic. It's still elastomer, but it's softer. So this is a Yamamoto Uni.
Oh yeah, Uni.
And it's a 17 millimeter.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is the Hawgz Prickly Pear, which is a 19 millimeter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But look at the difference in the tentacles. It's only 2 more millimeters, but it's way bigger. So that's another thing to pay attention to when you buy these. It's not just the millimeter size; it's the length of the legs. And they have one. Somebody sent me a video yesterday. There's a company in Kentucky, like down by Kentucky Lake, that's making a 25 millimeter.
Oh yeah,
it's huge.
Jeez,
like this big.
Yeah, big. Yeah.
So they're getting bigger and they're getting smaller at the same time.
Even these Coike, we call it Coike fish. It's a little bit. Yeah, these are even disappearing from Japan right now. We used to see
the fish on it instead of the tentacle.
Yeah, the fish. Yeah. These are even disappearing right now. They're hard to get.
Yep, everybody's trying to make as much money as they can while it's hot.
I think it was about 2 months ago. I actually met, the owner of Hide Up, and I talked to him, and he was telling me that, he couldn't. It was impossible to, control the demand of the Coike right now. He couldn't tell the manufacturer in China and asked them to, produce more, but they couldn't. They have a limit how much they can make a month. So
yeah, well, and it's interesting because, like you said, that bait has been out for 15 to 20 years, and it didn't get popular.
It doesn't. No.
Then, they were trying to give them away at some of the professional bass tournaments a couple years ago, and nobody would even take them.
Giving it away.
Yeah, they were giving them away. Nobody wanted them because it was so strange looking. And then all of a sudden, everybody wants them.
Yeah,
So, if you're not used to producing a lot, all of a
that's right.
sudden there's a high demand, and it
It
takes
is.
time to actually,
Yeah,
to produce
make
things.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's the bass fishing industry.
yeah. You're just one good tournament away from things getting really popular if a pro
Right.
does really good on it. And I fish. I got like an uni
Uh-huh.
probably last fall, and
Okay.
I threw it a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't. I mean, I had some fish look at it, but the water was really cold. The water was like in the mid 40s,
Okay.
and then I could pick up a minnow,
Uh-huh.
like a jig head minnow, and I could catch some fish a lot faster.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just didn't fish it anymore, but I've been playing around with it a lot lately, and it works. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really good. How's everybody rigging it over there?
I never saw anybody rig it like the ways, the pros in the States are doing it, with the treble hooks and things like that.
Hmm.
I think most of the people are using it on a drop shot or, like a without even putting a weight in, nose sinker, weightless. I think that's what the most people do.
Okay.
Not even, not even a lot of the people, watching the BSS tournaments are not doing the same thing as the, pros in the States are. So,
Yeah, I think that one of the most popular trends lately has been like a frog hook,
oh
the
yeah,
two big frog
yeah, yeah.
hooks, and I expect that they're going to come out with some more finesse
Hooks.
frog hooks. Like
Yeah.
a medium wire instead of a really heavy duty wire,
Uh-huh.
and like a shorter shank hook
Yeah.
that closer to the Coike.
Yeah.
So
It was so funny. Um, on my the new bait that I made, the scramble egg,
yeah.
we're using a treble hook that has, four hooks. That's called the quad hook.
Oh yeah. Right.
And a couple of maybe 1 month ago, you can go to any store and buy this, right? And because the Koike in the States, even these hooks in the stores in Japan are disappearing. They're buying it from the stores and sending it to the States. I mean, Jesus. This
Yeah.
is hard to get right now.
Who makes that hook?
This is made by Ryugi.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a I think fairly new brand in Japan. Yeah. It's not old. It's a new company. It's called
Well,
Yugi. There's a couple of pros in the States sponsored by this company, I think. Some of the young pros. Yeah.
yeah. What about the Sakamata shad? Can you get those in Japan?
You can get much as you want.
Really?
Really. You can go to the store and you can see a full face of Sakamata shads.
Huh.
I was just laughing. We were just talking, to my friend a couple weeks ago. I told him, what would happen if I bought all of this Sakamata shad and sent it to the States? Would it sell?
Yeah.
Jeez, we have a lot of.
They're still really popular. You can get them more now
Mhm.
because people are starting to fish the Koike now.
Yeah.
But for a long time, as
Mhm.
soon as they showed up, they were gone
Oh, they were
in
gone.
like 2 days. They would sell them really quick.
Even
Uh,
even if you watch the big tournaments in the States on live, you can tell they're using this, they're using the Sakamata shad, but they're not showing it. As soon as they get the hook off, they throw it on the side of the boat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what makes the Sakamata shad special compared to other minnows.
I don't really know the reason, but I think it's in the angler's mind. You know, if you think that bait's gonna catch fish, and a lot of the guys around you are catching fish with the same bait, you know, that mindset's really important, I think, on bass fishing. So, you know, it's just like a fluke, you know. I even know the guy who designed that bait, that's, you know, with, depths, and he really liked the fluke, the Magnum flukes. He was using that long time ago, and, you know, by using that, he came up with, you know, putting the fins on the front end.
Hmm.
So, yeah, there's not so much difference to it, but it might be the material that they use. There's not a lot of salt in the bait, you know. It might be, you know, a couple different things, but
Because I know guys that, well, I just fished with the guy last week,
Mhm.
and he swears by the Sakamata shad,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he even says that
Um,
there was times where he had somebody else in the boat with him that was throwing a different minnow,
okay,
same color, very similar color, but a different brand,
okay.
and they were fishing for fish on a ledge at Kentucky
Mhm.
Lake,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they're using live scope,
Uh-huh,
and this guy was throwing brand B, whatever brand it was, that
yeah,
minnow,
uh-huh,
shaking it, and he couldn't
yeah,
get bit. And
yeah,
then this other guy has a Sakamata shad on, throws it
uh-huh.
in there, and just starts catching them left and right.
Jesus.
And so, and then he gave the pole to the guy that was
Uh-huh,
throwing the other minnow, and that
uh-huh.
guy started catching them on the Sakamata.
Gosh.
And I don't know. I've never thrown a Sakamata shad. I have
I don't I don't
I
even
throw
own one.
you don't own any?
Oh, no.
No, I throw the Yamamoto hinge minnow.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I've been throwing that, and I feel like I catch plenty of fish on that, but
yeah.
the same guy says that he can't catch them on the hinge minnow, but he can catch them on the Sakamata shad.
Oh, okay.
But I also he's not throwing the right color for sure. I know there's one color, the green gizzard is a really good color in the hinge minnow.
Okay.
But I also know that if you don't, back to what you just said, if you don't have confidence on a certain minnow
Yeah.
or a certain lure,
Uh-huh.
you're not going to fish it properly,
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
only going to throw it a few times
Uh-huh.
before you pick up your other lure that you have a lot of confidence in
Yeah.
and start throwing that. So you may not give that lure enough time to actually work
Right, yeah.
to get confidence in it.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, I went fishing with him
Mhm.
last week,
Okay.
and they weren't pulling they weren't pulling very much current on
Okay.
the Tennessee River, so the fish were they were really spread out. So we didn't
Oh,
find any big schools.
uh-huh.
But I wanted to see.
Uh-huh.
I would hope the whole plan was that we could find a really big school of bass,
Okay.
and he would throw the Sakamata shad,
Mhm.
and I would throw the hinge minnow.
Okay.
See if there was really a big difference. Since I have a bunch of confidence in the hinge minnow,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
has a bunch of confidence in the Sakamata shad, to see if one really worked better than the
Yeah.
other. But we never found enough fish to do the experiment.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but I still want to do that sometime to see if it's
That'll
just in your head or not, in
yeah,
his head or not. I don't know.
yeah. That'll be really interesting, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Um,
you know, it's so funny. I you know, the companies over here, you know, there's a Gary Yamamoto Japan over here, okay?
okay.
And it's a completely different company, right? And the Sakamata Shad blasted off in the States. And, you know, Gary Yamamoto USA came out with the hinge minnow, right? But the person in Japan who does Gary Yamamoto Japan respects the Sakamata Shad so much that we haven't seen the hinge minnow yet in Japan.
Huh.
So he doesn't want to sell the hinge minnow in Japan because he respects, depths, first coming out with a Sakamata shad. That's how the companies, certain companies work over here in Japan. I think it's how the Japanese think. It's really interesting. I really, respect that kind of, thinking in the Japanese people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm more Japanese than, more American right now.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that too. I like that
Yeah.
because everybody rips stuff off nowadays.
Yeah.
So I like that. I wish
Yeah.
there was more of that kind of thinking, more respect for other lure companies and not trying to just copy their stuff all the time. Because it sure happens a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, there's a couple people saying that the Sakamatas are super soft with lots of action, and then Scott saying the socks actually roll better in my option, and he's used a lot other ones. I've heard that too, Scott. I know some really, 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 really good minnow fishermen
Yeah.
that say there's just something about the Sakamata shad that's a little bit different than all the other baits. So
I don't know if everybody knows, but when you go to do a jig head minnow, the smaller hook that you can get away with, you get more roll. If the
mhm.
hook gets bigger, you get less roll. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't even.
there's a lot of little technical stuff with the jig head minnow, like the way having certain lead down the shank of the hook
Yeah, yeah,
can change the way that the minnow acts.
yeah.
Like how where you put like where the jig head sits on
Uh-huh.
the minnow. Like
Yeah,
if you put the jig head minnow like on actually on top of
yeah.
the
Like
jig head on top of the minnow, it really makes it roll.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of little tricks like that. And then the loop knot can give it more freedom. Some guys don't use a loop knot though.
No,
Like
they don't.
really, really good fishermen, there's some guys that don't use a loop knot. Um, a lot of it is because there's some jig heads that have a where the eye is, the line
Yeah, yeah,
top,
yeah,
there'll be
yeah.
like a
Uh-huh.
little gap there, and
Yeah.
your line can come out if you tie a loop knot. So, hey Chris. Yeah, 10 people will copy that. That's really happening with a Coike right now. It's everybody's buying plastisol and
Yeah.
they're making urchin baits.
I
So,
think what the Coike is that, the Chinese market is, copying it. And I think they're selling to a lot of companies and, normal stores. And a lot of the
mhm,
stores are buying it and, selling at the stores. I think a lot of stores are buying it from, the Abiba Express or, the Temu,
mhm.
buying a lot of them and, selling them at the store. So if they're going to sell for, they only cost around what, 100 yen if you buy it directly from China, and they're going to sell for $10, right? That's a lot of profit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're
Y-
going to do it.
Yeah, and you just buy the generic version of it and then you can put your own sticker on it
Yeah,
and market it as your product.
yeah.
Um,
One of my friends even bought it, a couple of those, copied Quakes from China, and when it got here, they were all bunched up in one bag, but in the box came with the copy of the Koike box, and he was really surprised. They even copied the box.
you copied the box.
Jeez. But if you send it like this, it's gonna be really expensive. So they fold the box and put it inside the box, and they just bunch up the baits and put it in one bag, and they send it as one box, real small box. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the biggest expense is the packaging.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the rigging, since we'll talk a little bit more about the Quake, but
Mm.
this has been like for me, this has been the best way to rig it. It's the Jewel Bait Company's got
Oh yeah.
it's called a Frico rig.
Uh-huh.
and it's got a little, so it's like a nail weight,
Uh-huh.
but you see on the
Oh, okay.
top there, it has a
Yeah.
hole in it.
You
Yeah.
can you can thread your hook through it.
Yeah, you can put your hook through it. And that's been really good.
Yeah.
I've had really good hookup with that. The downside to this one is it's got it's blunt right there.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's hard to stick through the urchin bait because it's made out of that stretchy
Yeah.
stuff. But they have a new version that's pointed.
Okay.
They have like a 2.0 version that's pointed and it's sharper and
Okay.
it sticks through the bait. And these are they're very inexpensive, but
Yeah.
it's been a really good way
Yeah.
to rig that up. And then the other one is like the other one that I've been using is made by Core Tackle.
Okay.
And
I heard about that company.
yeah, it's
Oh, okay, yeah.
this one works really good.
Okay.
This nail weight is super sharp and it's got these two like metal prongs on it.
Okay.
And
So that's the bait.
yeah, as soon as you stick it in there, the bait goes like right here.
Yeah.
And it's all hook, but
Okay.
it does not come off at all.
Uh-huh.
But you still got this weight that you can see.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if it makes a difference. Like where this one, the nail weight is hidden inside of the urchin bait.
Yeah, yeah.
So all you see is the hook.
Yeah.
And then this has the weight that's exposed.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I haven't got as many bites
Oh, okay.
with this as I have with the other one. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that probably have been experimenting with different rigging systems, but I don't know if I don't see why that little bit of lead would make a difference. But for me, I've gotten more bites with the nail weight where the lead's not exposed. But this system though, right here,
that's good though.
Yeah, that hook is like super sharp. It's a trocar hook.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very sharp. And they have I believe this is a 1/0 maybe. And then they have a 3/0.
Okay.
So this works good for like the uni, like a 17 millimeter or smaller.
Yeah.
And the 2/0 works good for like the 19 millimeter or the 3/0 works good for the 19 millimeter on but yeah, it's interesting. There's all kinds of new designs that are coming out as far as rigging methods.
I heard a lot of the pros in the States are not putting the nail weight inside the baits because they don't want to lose the bait when it flies off the hook. If there's no weight inside the bait, it actually floats on the water.
Yeah.
So a lot of the pros are going without putting the weights inside the baits. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're $200. They don't want.
I wouldn't want to spend that much money for one bait.
Yeah. I got some of these. I don't know if you've seen these. This is Hawgz. It's the same company that owns the prickly pear, but it's a ditch devil. I haven't fished them yet, and they're made out of the same type of plastic that
it is
that thermal plastic, that real stretchy stuff.
Is that the elastomar?
Yeah, it's made out of that. I'll get one out of here. It's a really neat bait, but yeah, it's like it's stretchy, but it's really fat, and it has like a disc, like the little discs on the tail, 2 of them, and then a little ball on the back. But it's really it's a fat bait, kind of like the the scat kind of bait that was popular.
Yeah,
and I haven't fished these, but I mean that's
that's stretchy.
Yeah, it's really stretchy. I don't know. You never know until you start fishing something. This might be like the next thing that catches fish.
Yeah.
So
in Japan, you got a lot of crazy baits over here in Japan. You can imagine,
Yeah, I was looking at some of the stuff that you guys have over there.
Even those baits that you had on thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's been around for a long time too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the one that looks like the fish skeleton.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That seems to be getting starting to get a little bit of popular
in the States.
Mm-hmm. I hear some people starting to talk about it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those over here in Japan.
Yeah, and somebody was talking about. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me share the screen here. This bait right here.
Oh yeah,
Irish Hex Tech
yeah.
Irish creature bait.
Ned bait. I think smallmouth will love that bait. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 2.25 inches, so it's still pretty finessey. Got a bunch of colors.
I even know how the pros are going to use the Coike on the next tournament at was that big smallmouth lake?
Yeah, they're going to, I think Champlain's next.
Champlain, yeah. They're going to have the Coike, and they're going to have the weight in front of the hook, and just shaking it on the bottom. That's how they're going to be using it.
What's that? Is it the Jika rig?
Yeah, they call it the Jika rig. Yeah,
Jika rig. Okay.
Jika rig. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a popular way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, depth scat. That's that bait I just showed you. It's got that really thick body like that.
You mean the depth poop, right?
Yeah, depth poop. Yeah. So you were talking about oh wait, here we go. Let's dive into this real quick. Okay. Dennis says, what's your best setup for an urchin style bait?
Urchin style bait.
Yeah, for like Coike. Dennis, me personally, the first time I started fishing, I was throwing on spinning gear. So I was just throwing like a 7.4 medium spinning rod with just braid to fluoro. But I've been throwing it on a baitcaster lately. I'm throwing it on I've been using like 14-pound like Sunline, just sniper and fluorocarbon, and I've been actually throwing it on like a spinnerbait rod, like a 7'2" medium heavy, but a little bit softer spinnerbait rod. And that seems to be like the best for me. You get I feel like I get a little bit better control, and I can snap it a little bit better. And when I hook the fish, I got more control of the fish. But and then the fluorocarbon, it does sink it a little bit faster. But I'm all about the baitcaster now. But I started out on a spinning rod.
Yeah.
So you have an opinion on that, June, on how you would fish it?
I just started. I watched all the tournaments in the States, and I said, oh my gosh, these guys are using on a baitcaster. They're even using treble hooks,
Yeah.
And I got inspired by that. And a couple months ago, I went on Lake Biwa, and it was a little bit, I think it was in a mid-spawn kind of situation. And I could start seeing the grass start to grow up on the surface. And I started going around, casting it by the grass and, doing the same kind of twitch, around the grass. And I couldn't believe how many big bass were coming up to try to eat it. I said, oh my gosh, should I keep this a secret or, but, everybody's watching the Elite Series. So somebody's going to catch on, Yeah.
Yeah. And back to the equipment with those smaller style Coikes.
Yeah.
Like the 14 to 17, you probably will have to throw those on a spinning rod. I can throw the uni. I've been throwing the uni a little bit, and it's a 17 mil. It's pretty light, but I'll put an 1/8 ounce nail weight in it, and I can still throw it on a bait caster. So if you have like a BFS system, like somebody was saying a jerk bait rod, you could throw like the uni on a jerk bait rod probably, but you could also do a spinning rod too. It might be a little bit easier if you got any kind of wind. The spinning rod's going to be the best way, but something like this prickly pair, the Hawgz, the bigger stuff, you can throw that on a baitcaster, no problem. It's got enough, and these things skip really well. I was shocked. I fished Kentucky Lake a couple weeks ago, and I had this one right here, and you can skip it underneath a dock. I don't know what, it doesn't seem like it would because it has so many arms on it, but it actually skips pretty good. So that's another way that people are using them. Yeah, Coike. Yeah, Dennis, I haven't tried the frog hook, but I think it's a good idea, especially if you've got a hook that's got weight on the shank of the hook. And I think the current frog hooks, there may be some more medium wire, more finessey type frog hooks, but I think if you just take a normal frog and take the hook out of it, the hook is like extra heavy. They're really beefy.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to have a problem. I don't know. I could see him missing some fish because you're not able to drive the hook home as much. But I look for them, and the shank is really long. So you know that Coike, the back of the hook sticks way out from the bait. But I can see them making some frog style hooks that are medium wire and they have a shorter shank to where the hook just really kind of sucks up against the bait. That to me, that's going to be, if they haven't made that yet, it's coming. I'll send you June a design that I drew up. I'll send it to you tonight and you can look at it. It's along the same style, but it has a couple different modifications that I think could be kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
Just something to,
I like sneaky baits.
yeah. You might like it. You might appreciate it.
Since a little while ago, I started to mess around with a 3D printing machine. The resin 3D print, resin type 3D print machine. I mean, it blows my mind what you can do with it. Yeah, I even make the molds that I use for producing the baits with the 3D printer. It's so easy right now. Yeah. That's how I got to that, the scrambled egg. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the scrambled egg. Do you have any around to show?
Yeah. How I, actually got to the scrambled egg is because, of the Coike. I tried it on Lake Biwa and I was thinking, why does the Coike, bring the bass to the bait so much? I never seen a bait like that, draw the fish like that. So I was thinking, how could I not copy the bait, but have that, water movement and have the fish come to the bait like that? So I was starting to think, and if I can put a soft plastic around some kind of a head to, move a lot of water. That's how I, started to think on it, and I came up with this bait. And why I came to the name of scramble egg is because the head shape is like a regular egg. Let me get it out. It's all stuck. It's a bait like this. It has it has arms, and it's actually these arms move like this in the bait. This head is actually made of out of resin, and this is the hook that I was talking about, that quad hook, and it has a flexible wire in the middle like this, so you won't get your baits destroyed. And you have a swivel on the top of it, so you won't get a lot of line twist. And you actually use it like the guys are using it on elite series, like the Coike. You twitch it, and it gives that kind of action like this, pulsing action. This is the one with the scramble shads on it, like this. It's like a small Alabama rig, but you only have one hook in the middle. And I put up a underwater video, I think yesterday, of this bait moving in the water. But this was really inspired by the Coike.
So what does that weigh like by itself without the baits on it?
It's not so heavy. You want me to weigh it right now?
Yeah, a live weighing.
Wait.
We need Dave Mercer.
Yeah. His show's so funny. I love to watch his show.
Yeah, he's good. He's the best.
Without the bait, right? Without the baits.
Yeah, without the baits.
It's 14 grams, so it's a half ounce.
Okay.
Yeah. And one soft plastic let's do it with the baits, with the soft plastics. I use it on a medium heavy rod. It's about an ounce.
About an ounce.
With all the soft plastic on it. Yeah.
Okay.
I use it on 18 or 20 pound fluoro with a medium heavy rod.
Okay.
And just like twitch it like people twitch the Coike. And you see the bait always under the surface, and they'll just come right under it and just slam on it.
So you like to fish it up higher in the water column?
Yeah, up higher. And because the head is made out of resin, you can actually see it really good on your forward-facing sonar. It'll really shine, on your depth finder. So I think it's really good for forward-facing kind of technique too. But I have a forward-facing sonar, but I don't use it so much.
Yeah.
I may be like Randy Brockett. So
Randy Brockett, yeah.
I'm not, against it, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to it, but I'm not used to it yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to watch the bait with my eyes.
Yeah, it's a lot funner when you can see them grab it.
Yeah.
So what size minnows or baits were you putting on that?
I put a 4.5 inch or maybe a 4 inch.
Okay.
They're not as small, but I think you can call them small in the States, right?
Yeah, everybody, that's not average, probably like
like
a 5-inch minnow is kind of standard around here.
And actually, when you twitch it in the water, the whole rig starts to rotate like this in the water, so it looks like a real bait fish, school coming through the water,
Huh.
And every single bait goes a different way. Start when you twitch it, so that's what I wanted. So it'll be, from a bass. When a bass sees this, the bass thinks it's a real bait fish ball, Yeah, that's what I wanted to imitate. So it's pretty neat.
Can anybody in the States buy those or not?
Oh, you can go now. The homepage that I have right now, they wouldn't allow to send to the other countries, but a few months ago they made our web shops can send to other countries. So you can go directly to my web shop, and people in the States can directly put an order in.
To Dream Express Lures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a couple people from the UK buying baits from my web store, so it was pretty neat.
So everything that you make is for sale there?
Yeah.
So if you guys that are watching, you haven't went to Dream Express Lures, he's got a lot of really cool stuff on there. A lot of different stuff on there.
They're all handmade.
Yeah.
Even the scrambled eggs are handmade. Yeah. I could where did it? This is actually the mold for the scrambled egg. It's like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's inside.
Did you make that with a 3D printer, the mold?
I did.
Wow, you're having fun with that.
I'm having really fun.
That's neat.
Yeah, the 3D printed one is like this. It's like this, and you just pour the silicone in this mold, and it'll come out like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to have
one at a time.
One at a time.
Wow.
That's what handmade's all about, right?
Yep. I like it.
I like making baits when they get completed. my mindset goes to a different bait. So, if I had somebody else, make the baits for me in the in my workshop, I think it'll be better. But I'm by myself, so I have to do everything myself. So it's pretty difficult. I have to go out and fish, promote it myself, make the baits myself. I have to design the baits myself. But it's fun. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's
it's
pretty.
your creative you're a creative person. That's
Mm.
it gets the creativity out of you. It's a creative process.
I'm becoming 60 in a couple more days.
Oh, well, happy early birthday.
Yeah. And, it's pretty hard for a guy like me to, learn new things. Even, 3D. I never thought I would do that kind of work, but, I got used to it in about 2 weeks or so. So it was pretty fast. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
So you have a lot more ideals probably now because
Yeah. My brain is flooding right now.
yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah. It's
um
flooding.
so you were talking about there's in Japan
Mhm.
the top level bass tournaments similar
Yeah.
to the Bassmaster Elites are called the top
It's
50s,
yeah, top 50.
and you were talking about a a Japanese angler who just won a
Yeah.
tournament on
Mhm.
a like a jig head with a spinner, and it was a kind of
Yeah.
a different setup
Um,
than what I've seen before.
he's actually the guy who owns a company called D Style.
Oh yeah.
He's the owner of the company, and he's actually a guy. When I was fishing the top category, he was a regular person who loved bass fishing, and he was in his teens, and he was coming up to me for asking me for my autograph. And he owns a company right now, and he's actually, in the top, I say top 5, I think, right now in Japan. That's how good he is right now. And this is
What's his
a
name? Daisuke?
Daisuke, yeah.
Okay.
Aoki Daisuke. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he won one open, I think, a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a small plastic bait like this. It's like no the center of a Coike. It's
Oh.
soft plastic. It's not that elastomar kind. It's a regular soft plastic bait. And what we do is we use certain tools. You can make your own tools. This is one I bended a thin piece of wire, and you get a loop on an end like this, and all you do is put it through the bait like this, and you strain a piece of silicone skirt in it and just pull it out, and you do it about 10 12 times. And after you do that, he was using a prop jig head, you want to call it. This is called they say a wheeler head. What it is it's a small jig head. This is a 16th ounce tiny hook. It says it number 2 hook on there.
Oh.
It's a jig head with a small prop on it. It actually spins pretty good. And after you skirt this, he actually wacky hooks it like this. You can imagine, right?
Yeah.
Have all the skirts on it, and he was actually casting it out and retrieving it in, winding it in, and during that, the prop will spin, and actually this prop will, flash a lot of, light surrounding, and the bass would come up and just swallow the bait. This is what he wanted on.
Huh.
It might be a new trend, and the smallmouth might love this bait. It's pretty neat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, I've done I have some. I think Megabass
Yeah.
makes that
Oh
same
yeah.
kind of spinner.
I think Megabass was the first company who come out with it, with
Hmm.
this kind of, yeah. I think it's called Gashira head or something like that. Yeah.
But that's with a swim bait. You know, you put a little
Yeah.
K-Tech or something really small in there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody put like a cube or a
Yeah.
you know,
You
that
could
that style of bait on there.
you can use the small type Koikes too, I think. Yeah. But he, as on his brand, he has this, actually he has this bait, and he sells it like this without the skirts in it, so you can do it by yourself. Everybody has a preference on, the skirt colors, right?
Yeah,
So yeah. He
you
was
can
talking he was saying that the more shiny skirts were better. Um I think I have a couple like this. Like skirts like this, a little
yeah,
bit
more
more,
shad, like
yeah,
shad pattern, pattern.
chrome kind of color
Uh-huh.
on it. Yeah. He was actually using skirts like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it
What
was
lake
actually
was he fishing?
it was a lake in the Hiroshima prefecture. It was a small dam that they were fishing over there. And I think on the top 50, there's only about, 55, pros fishing that circuit. And you have to um, qualify for, to fish that tournament. So it's pretty hard to fish that, series, but they fish the lake in the Hiroshima prefecture region. It was a really small dam, but he was catching like crazy.
Was he catching what kind of bass were they? Largemouth
Oh,
spots or
large, no,
large? Okay,
largemouth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
interesting.
think he dominated that tournament. Yeah,
Huh.
and actually, before he went to the States, he won a tournament there, and he was saying on the the interview that he was saying that at that time he used a spy bait that had the same kind of prop as this jig head,
Hmm.
and he remembered that, and but he wanted to change it up, so he decided to use his own kind of dice bait and put it on the prop jig, and he won it by that. I think he only caught one other fish on different bait. The rest of the fish he caught it all on this one. So yeah.
That's like a hybrid. It's like a spy bait, jig head minnow, and a
Yeah,
dice
yeah,
bait
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
all in one.
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Huh.
So this might be, like a hair jig when what they use on smallmouth.
Yeah.
It might you can probably use it like that. It's hard to get this jig head in Japan right now because of you winning the tournament.
Yeah.
They're
I bet.
disappearing. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna take next time I go. I almost did this yesterday when I went fishing, but I was gonna take a um, something like this uni,
Yeah.
maybe the prickly pear, but it's a Coike style bait, and put it on a chatter bait. Like
Yeah.
pull the skirt off of it
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
thread it up on a
Yeah.
chatter bait to
Uh-huh.
see what it would look like.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet it would just be going really crazy
Yeah,
with.
they're going nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it might work. You never
They might.
know.
Yeah. You
I
have
was
all different kind of colors, so
Yeah,
yeah.
and I was thinking a Carolina rig, like putting
Oh
a
yeah.
Coike on a Carolina rig since it floats. It
Yeah.
float up off the bottom.
I
Um,
heard I heard somebody, I don't know how popular it is over here in Japan, but I heard somebody was using the Koike full cast on a free rig.
mm,
Yeah.
that's a good
I heard,
idea.
yeah. I heard somebody was catching a few fish. Yeah. I think they want to keep it a secret a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it's out.
So the free rig, that how long have people been fishing the free rig in Japan?
Actually, the free rig wasn't invented in Japan.
Mm,
It was invented in Korea.
Korea.
Yeah. And a lot of the bass fishermen in Korea started doing that kind of rig. And I don't know, I think the free rig name came after, it came to Japan. But the people who started was people in Korea, the bass fishermen in Korea. And a couple of guys from Japan, a couple of pros from Japan went to the Korean fishing show, and they met a couple of bass fishermen over there, and they heard about the rig, and they bring it back to Japan, and it started to catch fish over here in Japan. I only caught one fish in my bass fishing career on a free rig. One fish. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I can't catch a fish on a free rig.
So you fish, you tried it a bunch though.
I tried it, yeah.
Huh.
I even tried it, a couple days ago when I went out on the water, and I couldn't even get a bite. That day was tough. Yeah, it was right after the typhoon passed, so the water was really muddy. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I just started fishing the free rig this year.
Mhm.
And it's hard because I have so much confidence in a Texas rig. I just been fishing a Texas rig forever.
Yeah, I can
And
understand.
but I know the free rig is different. It's
It's in here.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, but you do get that, you get more separation from the
That's
bait
right, yeah.
and the
Yeah.
weight. So it is a little bit different, especially if you got something that floats up like something that's made out of the Elastec type stuff. So you can actually let it float up.
Yeah.
But gosh.
I think after, the free rig started catching a lot of fish in Japan, that's when a lot of the companies started coming out with the baits with all the different parts on the bodies. That's when those kind of baits started to come out, because they wanted a lot more slower fall. Yeah.
So what about glide baits? Are glide baits still popular over there? I mean,
yeah, it's still popular. I think the most popular company over here in Japan is that DRT. I think they're the most popular. The Crash 9, I think it's called.
okay.
Yeah, that's the most popular over here in Japan. But it hasn't been so popular these couple of years. There's not a, really big popular bait in Japan right now. There's not a lot of new techniques coming out. So I wish my, scrambled egg would blast off or something.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a lot more promotion to have people use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first,
it's neat.
yeah, the first batch that I sold out on the web store, and the second batch that I made is still on the website. I have a few left, so yeah.
Okay.
Grab them when you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know one thing that the Coike taught me is that you can't judge a book by its cover just because it looks strange.
That's right. Same to me, it is. Yeah. I think strange baits catch more fish now. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Do the fish you have a lot of pressure in Japan. I mean, Japan is known for, like, the fish are really smart over there. There's a bunch of people
Super high pressure,
super high pressure. Can you still take a glide bait and get bites from the bass?
You can. I think you have to commit to it. You got to fish it all day long.
Mhm.
And if the season's right, you can get maybe 10 follows. And in those 10 follows, how many bites depends on what season you throw it. So, the fish still, like the big baits, but you have to commit to it. Yeah.
So what's the most productive season for a glide bait? If somebody was just going to try glide bait and you'd say, okay, this is probably the best time to throw a glide bait, like post spawn, pre spawn,
Full winter.
full winter.
Yeah. and early spring would be the best time. All through the winter and to early spring would be the best time.
And you have cold water temperatures in Japan, right? Like
We do. Really cold.
low 40s? Or
Oh,
is it
low
freeze?
40s. It doesn't freeze.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, low 40s we do. Yeah, we have. We
Okay.
have a lot of smallmouth lakes in the northern part of Japan that freeze over in thick ice, but down here it doesn't freeze. It doesn't froze over. No, but it gets pretty cold. Yeah,
So in the colder water period, like
it's better.
that's when you throw the glide baits.
And actually, the big bass or get more. I think they get more active during the cold water times. I don't know if because they're more, their bodies were more bigger or whatever. They get more active in the wintertime. And the smallmouth, the small fish, small largemouth don't get so active in the wintertime. They still get still, and so you get a lot of big bass to follow your the glide baits. Yeah. But you have to cast it in a certain spot to get those big fish to commit to your big bait. So yeah.
What kind of a day, like, and I've asked this to a couple different people. Like, is there a certain weather pattern, like certain weather conditions that you have a lot better chance of getting a bite on a glide bait than others?
I think no wind and bright shiny day is the best day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the bass are gonna be under the bait, right? And when you maybe twitch the bait or something, it's gonna flash. In order to get that flash to the bass that are below the bait, you have to have sunshine. And even if you have sunshine, even if you don't get that bait to flash, the sun is gonna shine from above, and it's gonna have a what is it?
Like a silhouette or
A shade kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. So no wind and a bright shiny day is the best day for me to throw a big bait. Yeah, that's when I had my best success on the big bait. Yeah, even in the summer times, no wind, shiny day gets my big bait bite. So yeah.
That's good to know.
I think everybody thinks the opposite. A little bit cloudy, a little bit of wind. I don't say you can't catch a bass, with a big bait in that kind of, situation, but most productive for me is, no wind and a shiny day would be perfect for me. Yeah.
And then on those kind of days, you're gonna have shadow, like shade
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah.
So the fish could be sitting in the shade. Like if you're fishing the dock on a really bright sunny day, there'll be little sections of shade that you can target.
Yeah.
So that makes sense too.
Yeah. Even if you retrieve it right across the grass edge or something, the bass will be in the grass watching that bait. So shade is going to be a really key element for using a big bait too. You can actually pinpoint where the bass are going to be, so it'll be more effective. Yeah.
Is your government still consider the bass like an invasive species? Because last time we were on here, you're talking about it at Lake Biwa. There's signage that says "Do not release bass back into the lake."
Yeah, there still is. Yeah.
Wow. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I can't understand it either. Because if they don't, if they leave it alone, right? If they don't do anything to the fish, to the bass, it's gonna self-produce more bass, more people to fish. It's going to be better on the economy, right?
Yeah.
The people they're going to go from, people from other states come to Lake Biwa and want to fish. they'll put, gas in their cars. They'll go to the convenience store and buy, drinks, eat lunch, eat dinner. But, if those people aren't going to come to Lake Biwa, it's going to be, the economy's not going to be good. I don't know why they don't think that way. It might be because the government thinks that way. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's still that way over here. Yeah. There's
That's
a couple.
I was just going to say that's a beautiful lake. I was looking at some pictures. Of it. It's beautiful.
You can't.
The surrounding areas seem really beautiful.
Yeah. If you go to the southern part of the lake, you're fishing in a city. There's big tall buildings around you.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you go up to the northern part of the lake, there's only rocks. So it's a completely different lake, the northern part of the lake than the southern part of the lake. It's one of the biggest lakes we have in Japan. So it's it's beautiful. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was looking at the part that didn't have a city by it.
Oh yeah.
It just looked like it looked like it almost looked like Colorado or something. It was really
yeah.
Pretty.
It is. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Is that the main lake that people fish, or do you have a lot of other options?
We have a lot of other options, but it's the other lakes are really small. But because of Lake Biwa becoming one of the famous lakes in Japan, a long time, a lot of people didn't go to those small lakes. So those small lakes have more bass than Lake Biwa has right now. So a lot of the people are going to those those smaller lakes in other states. So
they have big bass on the other lakes too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a lake called Lake Ikehara, and before Lake Biwa was becoming famous, actually Lake Ikehara was one of the lakes that a lot of people around the world even said that the world record was going to come out of that lake, because that was one of the first lakes that they actually brung the Florida strain and put in that lake. So there's big Florida bass in that lake. Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's called Lake Ikehara. Yeah, it's a dam. Yeah. But compared to the lakes you have over there in the States, it's really small. Maybe from one backwater to another backwater with I have a small boat, has a 30 horsepower engine on it. If I use that boat on that lake, it'll take you about an hour from one backwater to another backwater. So it's not so big. No. Yeah. We can't use a bass boat on a lake. They have a limitage on a horsepower on the engine. So
even on Biwa?
No, Biwa's no limit.
No limit on the smaller lakes though.
Small lake, yeah. We have a lot of lakes that you can't even use the engine on. Only the trolling motors.
Electric only.
Yeah, only electric only. Because there's a lot of lakes that they use it for drinking water.
Oh.
So they don't want you to, pollute the water.
Mm-hmm.
With the engine. So yeah, we have a lot of laws and rules.
Yeah,
we have to commit to it. So yeah.
Do you have a lot of kayakers?
None at all.
Oh,
that's really surprised me.
Yeah,
when the kayak tournaments blasted off in the States, I thought it was going to be a really big thing in Japan. And oh my gosh, there's hardly anybody fishing with the kayaks over here. I wonder why, maybe it's because they're really expensive over here in Japan. It might cost twice as much as you pay over there in the States. So yeah.
Is that how like bass boats are really expensive too, aren't they? Aren't like electronics, like Lowrance and Humminbird and Garmin very expensive?
I buy all my electronics in the States, through a web store in the States, right?
Yeah.
So I can buy them the price that you sell them in the States. And, fortunate enough, I could read all the menus in English, right? So I don't care about the Japanese, the menu that the
Right.
people have to care about over here in Japan. So I buy them directly in the States, and I can, maybe buy a Lowrance unit for what, $1,000. And if that unit comes over here in Japan and it has the Japanese menu in it, it'll cost you what, 5 times more?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it'll cost you 5 times more. So I'll never buy a unit over here in Japan. Long as I can understand the English on the menus, I'll buy them in the States.
So I should trade graphs for Koikes. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
people from Japan send me Koikes.
That's
I,
right.
I send them Lowrance. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they'll pay you the price, even if it was used, they'll pay you the price that you bought them for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that'll work perfectly. I think they'll do it for even if I can get my hands on Koikes right now in Japan, I'll trade you for it.
We'll swap.
Yeah,
Even
yeah, yeah,
even Sakamata shads are okay.
yeah. Let me know anytime. Yeah.
Yeah. He says, are bass considered invasive species in all lakes in Japan?
Not all lakes, not all lakes. There's some lakes that are welcoming, bass. Like that lake that I was talking about, Lake Ikehara. It's in the Nara prefecture. You want to call it maybe Nara state. That they have kind of what do you call it? A government in that state, right? Like in the states, you have California's. All the states are different, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
The Nara prefecture is saying bass is okay. You don't have to, kill the fish that's in the lake, but you cannot take the bass out of the lake that's in and move it to a different lake. You
Okay.
can't do that. So there's a couple of prefectures over here in Japan, a couple of states that are saying that bass are okay. You don't have to kill them. So
So a prefecture in Japan is the same as a state
in the states, yeah,
in the States.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then you have areas that are not a prefecture. They're not considered a
They're
state.
all they're all prefectures,
Mm-hmm.
but they're different. And some prefectures are saying bass are not allowed. You have
Okay.
to kill them. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
There's not so many, but it's a reason for some of the prefectures to bring in some tax from the government. So they're using it in a way that I think you're not supposed to use it. Yeah.
Huh.
It's really, really interesting, and I don't want the prefectures to use it that way, but they're using bass to bring tax from the Japanese government. So
they're like subsidizing the government.
yeah. They're using tax from us to actually pay the commercial fishermen to take the bass out of the lakes and killing the fish, right?
Oh, okay.
So actually, I have a business for bass, but they're using my tax money to
Yeah.
kill the bass, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't have a good feeling for that.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
imagine, right? Yeah, yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. So
Huh.
it's really, I don't. It's not interesting, but I don't want it to happen that way. But yeah,
Well, it's good that certain prefectures can
yeah.
vote to keep bass,
That's right. Yeah,
and then others, unfortunately,
yeah,
don't want bass.
Mm.
Versus all prefectures can't have bass.
yeah,
That's worse.
yeah.
So there's a
And
little hope.
And actually, you know, the guy who's ahead of the Shiga Prefecture, that's where Biwa is. He's actually he loves bass fishing. So in the future, you know, things might change a little bit. Yeah. Not everything is bad, so I
Yeah.
hope it changes.
Yeah, somebody's wanting to go check out the website. Yeah, go check it out. Like I said, there's a bunch of cool stuff. You got some really unique crankbaits on there too.
Oh, handmade crankbaits, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of crankbaits. They're all handmade. Making from silicone mold, so yeah. Most of the baits, you know, the soft plastics that I, you know, had on like these are made in Japan, but I have a manufacturer in Japan who makes them for us. I don't make the soft plastics in the house, but almost all the other baits, you know, the tungsten sinkers, I have them made in China. But you know, the prices of tungsten right now is so high. If I ordered some right now to China, it's going to be twice as the price that I'm selling it right now. If I'm selling for $10 a pack, it's going to be $20 a pack.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I haven't ordered those sinkers for, you know, a couple of years now. Yeah, I'm waiting for, you know, a reasonable. I want to order some, but I can't right now. Too expensive.
Yeah. What's the name of the? Let's see.
If you just type in Dream Express lures, I
Yeah,
think
Dream Express Lures is June's company, but
yeah,
this guy Greg was asking about the D style bait. You showed the little like ball.
yeah, ball, yeah.
Do you know
There's
what
a
that's called?
I forgot the name of it.
I was gonna look up the website real quick.
They might be out of stock right now.
They might be.
Yeah, after the tournament, there's a couple of companies with has the same style of bait that you can, you know, put your own original silicone skirts to.
Yeah, here's
It's
the style website.
oh yeah,
Yeah, this is
that's
crazy.
that's getting really popular in Japan right now. This bone type bait.
Yeah.
I can't even pronounce the name in English.
Gila, I can't either.
In Japanese, Gila Kanso.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't pronounce it in English. I
Well,
don't even know.
the G, well, you know the G crack, the bellows. It's like that kind of the shape, but it's more intricate.
I think it moves more. Yeah. They might have it somewhere on that homepage. I don't know. It's been out for a long time. I think that website does a really great, you know, promotion on, you know, JDM style baits. Actually, you know, the D style baits, the hard baits, the plugs, they're I think most of them are made by Jackal.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm.
Like, look at this thing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Duva?
You don't know until you take it out and go fishing with it.
That's
Nowadays.
right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. You know these small micro jigs?
Yeah.
Right beside the spinner baits? That's what those are the jigs that use for that, you know, hang rig that I was talking about.
Oh, right here?
Yeah. Yeah, those ones. Yeah. Those are tiny.
2.3 grams.
Yeah. I think they have more tiny ones too. Yeah, they should.
2.3, 2.8, and 3.3. Those are light.
Yeah. But they pitch them on those bait casters, so yeah. I think they might have a small brush guard on them too. Yeah, but they have brush guard too.
Yeah, you can see the brush guard now on this one. Wish I could zoom in on it, but
yeah.
Huh.
Really neat.
Yeah, that's interesting. You just never know. You got to try it.
Crazy baits.
Crazy baits. Yeah. Huh. So anything else? Anything else that you see over there that's you haven't really been seeing over here yet?
I was wanting to talk about a bait, but there was a YouTuber that was talking about a bait that it's been around Japan for a pretty long time. For I think I may have talked to you about it. I did I say mention a bait called a live bait rig before?
I think so. Is it
It's
is it like
it's
a
a
minnow that you hook through the
yeah,
middle?
yeah, yeah. And you wacky hook it and you use it on the surface.
Yeah, I
And
haven't. I keep forgetting to try that.
yeah, actually you use a really small nail weight. You want to keep the front end of the bait, coming out of the water. If the nail sinker is so light, and if you keep, moving it, it'll actually, you know, go upside down and it'll start moving the other way. But you want to, if you, fishing a floating dock and you want that bait to, you know, go slightly under the surface and look like an injured minnow, this is the way to go. I think spots and smallmouth would love this kind of rig. And if you hook it right in the middle, and if you didn't use any kind of nail weight at all, it'll stay in one spot and act like an injured baitfish in one place. And if you put a nail sinker, really light nail sinker in the front, and if you move the wacky hook a little bit more front, it'll start swimming front ways. So you can use it in all kind of different situations, but you got to use a bait like it's you know thin kind of profile would be better. A soft jerk bait will work pretty good. It's called
Mm.
a light bait rig over here in Japan. Yeah.
So what size hook would you use?
For this, maybe a size 2 or 3. Yeah, really small. Yeah. And of course, you're going to use it on spinning tackle. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Lighter line, like maybe
Yeah.
8 pound, 10 pound.
When,
Braid.
yeah, braid fluoro. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You got to try this out. I know you have a lot of docks around your lake, so you got to try it out.
I know.
Yeah.
I was. It's one of those techniques where I thought about it
Mhm.
last year, and then I
Yeah.
forgot about it, and now you reminded me of it again.
Even if you go to a lake, it has a bluff wall,
Yeah.
and the bluff wall hangs inside a little bit under the surface. And when the bass are sitting under that wall, I mean, this thing would catch those fish like crazy. You got to try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It
will.
it looks like a live bait fish. I mean, it really does. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that out.
Yeah. Try it
Maybe
out.
sometime in the next week because we have a lot of fish right now that are schooling up
Oh, okay.
and they're chasing shad.
Yeah. You can use it in wolf mix too. It'll work really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just swim it on the surface. Keep shaking it.
Over
And
the
if you
top of grass too. Probably
you
work
can
good.
if you hook it the opposite way, it'll go right ways. So you can, if you have two spinning tackles, you can have one that go the left way and you can have one that goes the right way. So you can use it in different situations. Yeah.
Huh.
I bet you can if the time comes you can win a tournament on this kind of technique. Yeah.
I bet
It's
you
pretty
could.
it's pretty speedy too.
Well,
Yeah.
because a lot of times in the fall around here, the fish really feed on the top.
Uh-huh.
And there's times when they're chasing shad up to the top of the surface
Mhm.
and you can't get them to bite anything a lot of times. A lot of times they won't hit like a Zara spook or something walking. Even going to something really small, sometimes they won't hit it. But something like that,
Yeah.
maybe they'll hit it. I've had like 4 and 5 pounders coming up around the boat, and I can't get them to bite anything.
Yeah.
Um,
They're so focused on that, fish movement, you want to say, when they're swimming on the surface. If you can't match that action, they won't bite it,
Yeah.
That's how so they're focused on it. So, yeah.
And the size, sometimes they get real focused on the exact size of the shad too.
Yeah.
If it's too big or too small, they won't even touch it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And you can see them.
What?
What's that?
Micro baits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even that web store that we just looked at, the D style has a bait that's only about 2 inches. And the Japanese pros right now are using that 2-inch bait on jig heads, and they're using it on live scope. It's crazy.
Huh.
And they say they can see the bait. Jeez. Out of my
Not me. It's hard to see. I have 2 live scopes. I have a 16-foot John boat, and then I have a 19-foot Phoenix. And on my my Phoenix, I have a 12-inch I have a 12-inch for live scope. And then on my John boat, I have a 10-inch live scope. And when I get used to the 12-inch and I go back to the 10-inch, I can't hardly see.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in a 10-inch graph and a 12-inch graph.
Everybody says that.
Yeah. So, and I don't have a mount. They make a mount that comes up really high off the deck and you can see, but I don't know that I want that, because I feel like I still pitch a lot, and I still and I think I would hit that.
Yeah.
So
same as me.
Yeah, if I had a lot of money, I'd get a 19-inch graph. Have a really really big graph.
I found a company in China that actually makes the monitors, the touchscreen monitors, and you can actually connect them to any other company that you have, Lowrance or
Is that MBT?
No, I think they're the company who sells the monitor to MVP. They're actually a company in China, and I looked it up, and they only cost around $1,000 to $1,000 to $1,500 for a 19-inch. So they're really cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I fished with a guy that had a
23.
I think a 21-inch, a 19 or 21-inch, and it's
huge, right?
It's so nice.
Yeah,
you can see everything really good, even small stuff. You can see it, but you get on a 10-inch graph, and it's just a little bitty blip. You can't even really tell what it is.
Yeah.
So, you've been watching the World Cup at all?
Oh, soccer?
Yeah.
Just on the news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Japan was doing good, and I think they just.
Yeah. When they first, scored with Brazil.
Yeah.
Everybody was,
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of it. I played soccer in high school, and
you did?
Yeah, I really like soccer, so I've been watching a lot of soccer games. It's kind of nice, and the U.S. plays tomorrow.
Okay.
That's their.
Who they're going against?
I don't even know. I should know, but I can't remember.
So they're not in the top 8 yet, right?
No, it's still the 32 round, I think, or the knockout round, or yeah.
So long to go.
Yeah, I think the World Cup is July. The final is July. I think it's the 19th.
Oh, okay. So they have
July
a
9th.
long way to go.
Yeah, the final is July 19th. So
Gosh,
there's still,
almost 3 more weeks?
yeah, it's a lot of games. It's been going on for, it'll be like a month, like a
Yeah,
whole
it should be,
month.
yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
Bet you
Well,
everybody's tired.
they changed the format for
Yeah.
2026. They added a bunch of more games
Oh, okay.
so they can make more
More money.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more money. Yeah. I think
But
I like sports, you know, but I think I'm a little bit more into the motorsports,
okay.
like F1 or MotoGP, things like that. Actually, uh, one of the Japanese riders for uh, a MotoGP, team won one of the big races last week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
pretty.
on my I want to go to one of those races sometime.
Yeah,
I've never been. I just want to go and just
yeah.
feel the energy
I
of a
like
Formula
NASCAR.
1, NASCAR.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna give away a $25 Baitworks gift card. So if you want to get entered into the drawing, just hashtag capital J, capital D, capital M, and we'll let that run for a little bit, and then
Okay.
we'll draw that. So if you wanna win that, they probably got some urchin baits on there, so you can pick up a couple of those.
Where's the gift card from?
It's from Baitworks.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so Baitworks is it's a tackle retailer near Table Rock Lake.
okay.
Yeah, in Springfield, Missouri. So Table Rock Lake's it's about 5 hours away from my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live in Missouri, and Table Rock Lake is in Missouri, but it's kind of southwest part
Yeah.
of the state.
I think I fished there twice, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bass Pro Shop. The Bass Pro Shop's
Oh,
headquarters
yeah.
was Table Rock.
I've been several times too, yeah. A long time ago when Ranger uh they had we flew into Springfield on our business trips because the shop that I work for over here in Japan was the dealer for Ranger over here in Japan, and we had to go to the dealers meetings and things like that. And once we flew into Springfield, Ranger had their own small plane waiting at the airport to pick us up, and
Nice.
they flew us directly into the factory.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
it was pretty fun, yeah, yeah.
Do you have like I've asked you this before, but I can't remember. Can you buy all the different boats in Japan, or is it just
Yeah,
only
I think you can. I think you can. Yeah.
okay?
I think one company over here in Japan is really big. They're called SDG Marine. They own Texas Boats. I think it was called Texas Boats. They own Texas Boats right now, and they're going around. They have a pit crew that goes around all the elite tournaments, and have a service crew over there every time. Yeah, his name is Mister. The president's name is Mister Kashiwagi. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think he sells bass cats, Skeeter, oh, I forgot what was that new boat company. It's not new, but I think they have 5 or 6 different boat brands that they sell over here. Yeah.
Can you get
Ranger.
Phoenix boat
Yeah,
or not?
you can get Phoenix. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I see a lot of Phoenix on the lake. Yeah. I still have my own old Ranger, so yeah.
What do you have? What kind of what?
I have it's a 40th anniversary Ranger. It's the 198 VS. So it's the 2008 model. It's really old, but it's good for me. So
Yeah, that's a good boat. I mean, those
yeah.
older Rangers are really good boats. I had a 2002
Uh-huh.
520 VS
Okay.
that I had that until I won my
Oh,
Phoenix
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
tournament last year,
Yeah.
and but I had that that old Ranger. That was a great boat.
They
It was a
are.
really good boat.
I like the older Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. They're more. I think they're more solid. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. There's a lot of good boats out there now.
Yeah. Actually, when you win a boat in those tournaments, does it come with everything?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
It comes with the minimal.
Okay.
And what I mean is, so I won that Phoenix 819.
Uh-huh.
It came with 2 5-inch graphs.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And it came with it was a 74-pound,
Jeez.
24 volt trolling motor.
Okay.
No spot lock or anything like that. It was just a
Regular trolling motor.
regular
Yeah.
trolling motor. And then it came with a 2-bank battery charger, like an onboard charger, but only 2-bank.
2-bank. Okay.
So if you've got your 2 trolling motor batteries,
Yeah.
and then you have your starting battery,
Yeah.
that's 3 batteries.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right.
the charger only charges 2 batteries.
Right. Yeah.
So 5-inch graphs,
Um,
trolling motor that's okay, and then a battery charger. So yeah, it comes with everything, sort of, but not really.
Yeah.
So I
So you got
traded all that stuff in.
okay. You have to upgrade, right?
I had to upgrade. Yeah,
Yeah. Cost you a lot of money.
it did. It costs a lot of money, but gosh, you know, I'm used to fishing with
Yeah.
that stuff on my John boat already.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Especially spot lock. If you get used to spot lock, you almost have to have spot lock.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, it cost me some money, and I added some upgrades. Like I got a padded deck.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got padding underneath it, which is I highly recommend that to anybody. It was a little bit extra, and then I got that kind of sea deck matting, kind of like a rubber mat in the cockpit. That's nice.
Yeah.
It dries out really quick.
You can wash it too, right?
Yeah, you can wash it.
Yeah.
Or if you got carpet down there, it stays wet for a lot longer.
It does, yeah.
That mat dries out in less than an hour. It seems like. And then I don't know. I added a couple other things, but it's been a great boat. I'm really happy with it. I just did a 1-year boat review video, just kind of talking about.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, I had mostly positive stuff to say about it.
Yeah,
it's been pretty solid. So, all right, let's give this away.
Ooh.
All right, switching with Stroop a loop. It's a long tag.
It is. It's a long tag. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, so get a hold of me on Facebook at Gabe Montgomery or Instagram at 10 Horse Monty 6, and we'll get you taken care of. I'll send you a code, and you can go over to Baitworks and do a little shopping around. And you can also use code THM10 at Baitworks. That gets you 10% off your order. And also, I got this little ticker scrolling across the top. If you go to baits.com, which that's GSM's website, they got like Bill Lewis, Yamamoto, Big Bite Baits, all kinds of stuff. I got a code with them too, Gabe 15. It gets you 15% off. So just saves you a little money if you're out there shopping and stuff. And they're running a lot of these companies, a lot of these places are running like 4th of July sales too, like 20 to 25% off your order. So right now is a pretty good time to do some shopping.
Even ICAST is coming up, right?
Yeah, ICAST is I got it on my calendar. I've never been. You've been, right?
I've been there a lot of times. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I've been there. I've been there with Sunline too a couple of times. So yeah.
Yeah, iCast is. I know I put it on my calendar somewhere.
I think I know it's in July, middle of July.
Yeah, I should know.
Sorry to ask.
No, it's okay. You got me curious too. But yeah, it's coming up sometime. I need to go sometime. I mean
You should, yeah.
I have an in with a couple of different companies. I just
Oh,
haven't done it. I need to go just to go.
yeah.
Fun time. Yeah, you can fly over here and I'll come pick you up and then we can go together.
That'll be great. I actually want to go to the States and, bring my baits over there and go to local stores and, introduce my baits to the stores.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only way that, I'm going to be able to, sell my lures over there in the States because I haven't had any kind of, even I could speak this kind of English. I don't know what's the problem is, but I haven't had any kind of, contacts from, stores from the States. So it's pretty weird. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Well,
yeah.
They might not know my company, so my brand. So yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to get things out there. It really is.
Yeah. Even if, the internet right now, it should be easy, but it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully some people on here will come and check out your website.
So. Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool stuff on there.
Yeah. Thank you
for
very
sure.
Much. Just let me know when you want some Sakamata shads.
Yeah. And as long as I keep catching them on the hinge minnow, I'll just.
Oh yeah. You won't need to buy them, right? Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine that said his wife went to Japan and she was able to buy Sakamata shads for like $3 a pack over there.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't know if does that sound right or does that sound too cheap?
Yeah, I think because the rate between the yen and dollars, I think that's about right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's 160 yen to $1 right now, so yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
Well, they're $15.99 or $16.99 here.
That's pretty expensive.
I think she bought like 30 packs of Sakamata shads and put
only 30 packs.
Yeah, right. I think she put as many as she could in there.
Yeah. It might have been a time we were pretty low over here. It might have been.
It might have been.
Yeah, a lot of stores will have a big, stock right now. So, yeah. And don't forget, there's a lot of colors in Japan that you guys don't have in the States. You don't even see in the States. So
it's like Megabass, like
it is. Yeah.
There's all kinds of crazy colors.
There's some good colors. Yeah.
Otter says he's having a terrible time finding the website. Is it just Dream Express Lures?
Yeah, you can go to my Instagram, Jun Shoji, and it's in my bio. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can go to my Instagram Dream Express page, and it's in the bio too. Yeah, Dream Express Lures. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to my wife like a couple of nights ago about Japan. We want to come over there. It's like that's going to be, I think next time.
Please come over.
Big trip. Yeah, I like the culture. I like
every single lake you want to go fishing to, I'll take you there. I promise that.
Okay. Well, we will definitely, when we make it happen, we're going to make it happen. Yeah. I'll definitely
let me know.
Get a hold of you because I'd like to come over there, see the place.
If we want to go to a small lake, I can, put it on my, my back of my car, and we can tow it to the small lake, and we can fish on smaller lakes. Yeah, we'll have some fun. You could take take a couple of shows over here.
Yeah, definitely. I'll bring all my camera gear,
Yeah.
and we'll do it.
Yeah.
You'll have to interpret for me because my
Oh,
Japanese is not very good.
okay, it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna have to bring another suitcase for the baits that you're gonna buy over here.
I'll sell all my clothes and then just bring back.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Just let me know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll wrap it up. We've been on here 2
Yeah.
hours. I've enjoyed it. It's been
Thank you
a
for
lot of
having
fun.
me on the show.
Yeah. So go check out Dream Express Lures. If you got any questions about any of the baits or you just want to chat with June, shoot him a message on
Yeah,
Facebook.
DM me on Instagram or Facebook, whatever.
Yeah, answer your questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Everybody have a great evening. Hope you get
Yep.
out there and catch some fish. And till next time.